chocolate. We know we love it, but do we really know how it's made? How do we get from this cocoa pod to this bar of chocolate? We've come to Roast & Conch in Covent Garden to meet Angus Thirlwell, owner of Chocolat, one of the only chocolatiers in the world that own their own cocoa plantation.
The cocoa we're growing looks very similar to this. It grows all through the tree, comes out from the trunk as well as the branches of the tree. When the pods are ripe, our agricultural workers know the precise time to cut them from the tree with a machete. They're allowed to drop to the ground, and it's very important that they're left to mature on the ground for a couple of days. Then the pod is cracked open and the fleshy pulp is scooped out together with the beans. At this point it's very sticky, very wet, and the beans taste very bitter. The fermentation process takes about 4 to 7 days, and what really happens there is that the sweet pulp turns into an alcohol and a vinegar and runs away from the bean. What you're left with is a sticky clump of beans, which then are taken out and put onto drying racks in the sun. The beans are then roasted, and we control the temperature and the duration of roasting to make sure that we can get the very best taste out of every single bean that we use. The next stage is to crack the shell so that it is easy to separate it from the nib inside. That's with a small machine called a bean breaker. Then the next stage is to separate the shells from the nibs, which is another machine called a winnower. You can then begin the process of actually making the chocolate. Then we move into the conching process, which is where the volatile astringent flavour notes are evaporated off and you're left with a more mellow flavour. After conching, the chocolate is tempered, and that means that it's put through a temperature curve to organise the cocoa crystals into a helix formation, and that gives the chocolate its snap and its sheen. It means that the chocolate can be moulded into a block, which is then suitable for a chocolatier or a patissier to begin working with it.